Hi, I'm Laura Bartow from Studio One Stampers, and I want to welcome you to my number 6 of Ideas for Celebration. This has been such an exciting series to do, and again, for this series, I want to go back and show you some wonderful techniques as far as using your ink. The celebration set is called Corner Bouquet, and what I love about the stamp set is that it can be used as a silhouette. It can be used other ways too, but I've just really fallen in love with the look of silhouette. I've also paired this particular celebration set with a set called You Are Amazing. And that particular set is a set that you would need if you're going to do one of the kits in our catalog. It's the set that pairs with that. I'm also going to be sneaking in some more of this ombre paper that's part of Celebration. I just can't get enough of that paper. So I can't wait to show you some fun stamping techniques and a great way to use this Corner Bouquet stamp set. I have had so much fun with this Corner Bouquet stamp set because it's just so easy to use. And a good silhouette stamp is just such a delight and is so dramatic. So I've created a couple of these sky. One is a sunset, one is an afternoon scene, just to show you easy ways to use the Corner Bouquet stamp set. And of course, I needed some words, so I paired that with You Are Amazing, and that goes with our card kit. So it's a great stamp set to own. I've also used our ombre paper from Celebration. Oh, look at all these great patterns that we have in here. Just so much fun and so versatile. We're going to actually do some stamping on some of one of these pieces so you can see how to use it in even another way. The card I want to start out with first is this one, and this is our beautiful sunset. I want to show you how to get this great sunset effect super easily just with a little bit of ink. So I'm going to start out here with my white piece of cardstock, and I need what I call a mask, and that is going to be just this little strip of white paper, and I'm going to put that down about 2/3 of the way down and cover this up, and I'm going to sponge the water on here. Now our sponges come in this collection of three full sponges, and what I like to do is cut them into quarters, and then I like to mark them with a little bit of designer or cardstock and staple that on there so I know what color sponge I'm using, so I keep them all in the right ink. So I have my ink pads all laid out here. So we're going to start with some Bermuda Bay, and we're just going to sponge the water. I'm actually going to turn this, it's a little easy for me. Water tends to have a horizontal look with the waves, so I'm going to want my sponge to go in the same direction that I might see the water go. Just the way it works. And so now I'm just going to kind of get some areas a little darker and areas a little lighter because it looks like more natural than all one color. So there we go. So there's our water. So we have our water done, and I even have a little bit of a light spot in the middle where I'm going to pretend that my sun is reflecting right there. So now I'm going to take that same piece and I'm going to cover up the water. And again, I'm going to turn it this way just because it's easier for me to use my sponge this way. So I'm going to cover right on that horizon line. I'm going to cover that up. And I'm going to start in with the yellow. This is Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to do that same thing. This time I'm looking to keep this section just a little bit lighter. I want it yellow, but I want it a little bit lighter. And I'm going to go all the way up to the top. So trying to get it a little darker on the sides here and a little darker at the top. And then I'm going to come in with my pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to do some wispy colors there. It's not even that perceivable, but I'm going to try to make it a little more dramatic on the side here and a little more dramatic at the top with the pumpkin pie. And I just love how this all comes together. It's just such an easy technique. Well, there we go. There's our entire sunset ready to do some stamping on. Wasn't that easy? So I'm going to bring in Early Espresso ink, and I'm going to use this very large silhouette stamp. I just think this is so pretty. Sometimes when I have a large stamp, I like to ink it up this way, and that way I can tell for sure that I've gotten everything covered. And that looks like great coverage on this. And I'm going to go a little bit off the page here. I don't want to see that edge. I just want to see these flowers all coming up as if you're laying in the grass, just looking out into that beautiful scenery. And just look at that. Isn't that great? And then of course I need to add a greeting as well. So I'm just going to put this little happy birthday greeting up here. And if I stick my head in there, I'll know it's straight. Otherwise, we're just going to guess. So there we go. And happy birthday. Isn't that fabulous? So that particular piece, that gets added to a piece of Early Espresso cardstock. And then it's going to get laid on top of our ombre paper. So you can see it's two-sided. I'm picking the blue side to put that onto, and you can see how gorgeous that looks up against there. And I'll bring in the finished card again to show you that beautiful sunset. So there we are with our finished card. Okay, so let's do our second card. Here it is. It's You Are Amazing. And again, we're going to use this ombre paper. And here you can see I've used that as my background. It's got the dark color on the back. And you can see that I even was able to cut a piece off the top. When I went to cut this down to 5 1/4, I had this little piece left, so I thought that would be great to add down here as a little bit of design. So I need to, of course, now clean my stamp because I was using Early Espresso there, and I need to go down and use Granny Apple Green. And my favorite way to clean stamps is, of course, to use my Stampin' Chamois. It comes a beautiful lilac color, but then over time it gets stained. But I just absolutely love how quickly and easily it cleans up my stamp. Look at how that looks brand new. So I love how that works, and so fast. And then I just rinse it out. Once it gets all gunky, I just rinse that out, and I know that it's ready to go again. So I'm inking this stamp up now with Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to stamp it 4 times on this background. The most important one is going to be this one at the top, because that's going to be the most visible on the light colored ink. So I'm going to take my piece and I'm just going to get it right up here at the edge and stamp that down nicely. So I've got that tone on tone look. Isn't that beautiful? I love that tone on tone look. Then I'm going to move around to the side, and I'm going to put another one down here. I'm going to try not to really overlap in the area out here where you can see. It doesn't matter what I do behind my project, but over there we go. So there's the second time I put that down. I have a little overlap here, but I know that's going to be hidden, so I'm not worried about that at all. And then I'm going to do the other side over here. I'm going to twist that around, do the other side over here, because that's going to be another part that's quite visible, and stamp that down. There we go, and you can see how pretty this all looks together. So I just have to fill in this part at the bottom. And what's fun about it is I don't have to actually use the full stamp there. I can go ahead and just use some of it. So I'm just going to put it a little more off the edge to go down there. And look at that. It's almost kind of an interesting pattern the way it swirls around there. But that's my background for this card. So we've got that ready to go, and that's going to get glued onto this piece of Rich Razzleberry. And Rich Razzleberry actually is not the color that's in this paper pack. It's Blackberry Bliss, but I think the Rich Razzleberry goes really well with that. It's just a little bit lighter color. All right, so now it's time for us to go ahead and just make another quick scene with this. This time I'm not going to use a mask because I want sort of an idea that the landscape is going to just go up into the sky. So I'm just going to kind of get my landscape, and I'm looking to not really make a straight line here. I really want to make it look like the ground is rising and falling as it would with a line of trees or a line of grass or something like that. And I want it really dark at the bottom here. I want it to be darker because I think that's where you're a little closer up and you see it there. So I've just got that kind of look there. And light and dark is really good. You can always add a few little doodads there to make it look good. So that's our grassy area. And then we'll come back in with our Bermuda Bay and our Bermuda Bay ink sponge. And we're just going to kind of add a sky in here. And I'm going to make it, I'm just trying to think of where I might want some white clouds to be coming in. And so I'm just going to kind of make some darker areas here and leave some, so I'm kind of leaving a little light area there where there's some clouds maybe coming by. And I'm trying not to leave any lines. I got a little bit of a line there. I'm just trying to be very soft in my working. So there we go. There's our sky. We've got a little bit of a cloud going on there. And now it's time to just go ahead and put in our silhouette stamps. And I'm using Rich Raspberry to put that in. And this is the other stamp that's in this collection. Oops, there's something on there. Oh, when I'm stamping, I guess I'm kind of messy. All right, so I've got that going on. And just get my, whoops, sorry about that, get my Rich Raspberry inked up well. And I like doing it this way because I really can see that I've got a really good impression on there. And I'm just going to pop this right in the corner here. And hold it down just a moment. And then, of course, straight up. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful. And then I'll put my greeting here at the top as well, which says "You are amazing." And I just think it would be fun to get this card that says "You are amazing." So there we go. We've got that together. I already have some dimensionals on the back of this piece, so it will go on there like that. We'll put our beautifully stamped ombre paper, and I'm going to put this down at the bottom, down about there, because I want it to sort of mimic the place of my horizon on my land. So just kind of right there. So there it goes together, and you can see we've got a beautiful set of cards for you to enjoy with this beautiful, beautiful silhouette stamp set. Well, I hope you enjoy all of the things that you can do with ink and sponges and masking and just all kinds of fun things to do. So enjoy, enjoy.